It's a great win, and when you're in Super Regionals, any win's great against a very good Missouri team, as we know. And we're a good team, and I think we came out and just, made some great things happen, and getting on the board was really big, and Megan we had a gutsy performance for us. It's not always easy out there, and she just had to gut through inning after inning. Very proud of her, and really very proud of my troops, and we played some fantastic defense. We made some great plays when we needed to, and but this is the thing. It's I don't feel a bit better than I felt before the game, because I told them this is like a fight, and it's the first round, and there's still rounds to be played, and we just gotta enjoy this moment, but not get too high, not get too low, and come back and expect a battle tomorrow, and I expect it will be even more exciting than today.
Question?
Megan, it wasn't
what Lindsay gave you, the big home run, the big play in the seventh inning, and
That's why we put her out there. We have a lot of confidence in Monty, and she gets it done for us, regardless of where she's at in the order. Plays a fantastic defense for us, and it's a big spark plug for us today.
and her defense has, in these last couple of years, what I've seen has been there. But when Lindsay came in, has she always had the glove that she's had?
She's been here so long, I don't really recall when she first got here. But Monty's a very good softball player. She always has been, and she's gotten better every year, and that's all we can hope for.
Megan, what does it mean to a pitcher to get those kind of plays that they made in the last inning?
I mean, we've talked all year about trust and trusting myself and trusting who's behind me, and I can't remember which inning it was. Romo came out there and she was like, "Hey, we're good players back here. Let us do some work for you." And those three outstanding plays in the seventh, and it was just what a way to go out. And I trust them with everything I have, and they did a great job when I didn't really have my best stuff.
Lindsay, on that play in the seventh, did you do anything like cheat to the hole a little bit? She looked like kind of a pull hitter, but talk about how that play developed.
Hutch kept telling me to play kind of behind the bag on her constantly. She kept reminding me, and I just knew that the coaches knew where to put me, and they just told me to play behind the bag. And I expect everybody to hit the ball hard at me. Every time Megan throws the ball, I'm expecting it to come at me. So I was just ready to make a play when I had to make the play.
And your home run, that was such a lift for the team. Talk about what kind of pitch you got and what you're feeling going around the bases.
I think I ran pretty fast around the bases. I was pretty excited. I normally don't run very fast when I hit a home run, but I was really excited to get home to my teammates and celebrate with them. It's always great because you're doing it for them, you're doing it for everyone. We're all out there fighting, and I was just looking to put a good swing on a good pitch. I wasn't looking for a perfect pitch. I don't even know where it was. I just knew it was somewhere in the zone, and I attacked it, and that's what we focus on, just putting good swings on good balls, because I can't control where it goes, but I can control my at-bat. So.
Megan, you said you didn't feel like you had your best stuff today. Can you expand on that, exactly how you were feeling and how the day went?
I had a rough warm-up, and my balls weren't really moving how they were moving all week at practice, and I guess it's good news. Missouri still hasn't seen me. They didn't see me in March, and they didn't see me today. But it was just something that I had to work through, and I was pitching more for contact, and they were hitting the ball hard, and my defense was making good plays.
What was the issue there in whatever it was, the sixth of those back-to-back pitches?
I had a little bit of dirt on my fingers, just falling out of my hand. Just something I had to wipe off and move on.
Sarah, you went out and talked to Megan at least 3 times, I think, during the game. What do you see that makes you go out there to her, and what are you trying to get across to her in those moments?
I mean, I've just played with her for so long now. I can read her like a book. I can tell with the facial expression or how she walks back to the back of the circle. And sometimes she just needs a reminder of how good she is, because I think sometimes she tries to do too much. And I just remind her, you spin the ball, you're good. She doesn't need to try any harder. She's a good pitcher, so she just needs to make sure she remembers that.
So talk about what Lindsay brings to the team in every way. The spirit, and I'm embarrassing her.
I mean, she definitely brings the spirit. She also has that sass about her. She owns her spot at third. That's her spot, and she's gonna do anything and everything she can to make sure the ball doesn't get by her. She works really hard in practice, day in and day out, and I didn't think that ball was gonna get by her for a second, so I was just ready for the play at 2.
And then the play you made, Was it any kind of a snow cone? Almost didn't get it. We talked about that.
That was like one of the rare dives where it's like you catch it perfectly. Because sometimes the ball kind of like juggles in there, but I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to reach it. I was just trying to keep it on the infield, and then I ended up grabbing it.
Megan, when you have a day like that where early on you might realize that it's not what you want it to be, how does that change your approach to each batter or whatever it may be?
It doesn't really change my approach as much as it changes my mental game, and it lets me know that it's going to be a fight. And from my warm up, I knew that today was going to be a fight. I mean, like I said, they're a great team and they were putting great cuts on the ball, and I just had to work through it, use my off speed a little bit more, and throw the ball through the zone.
How were the couple of days leading up to this?
Normal. I mean, just throwing through the strings and working on my pitches. Nothing different.
Sarah, you played Missouri earlier in the season and performed well against them. Was there any thought that maybe that could work against you guys, the fact that you beat them so much, or did you talk about that at all?
I mean, Missouri is a different team than they were when we first played them, and we knew that. The best teams are playing right now, so they're one of the best, and we couldn't take a pitch off. They're a good team, so we knew we had to come out fighting. But that's really it.
When, I guess from years past to now, when if Megan goes into a game where she might not have her best stuff, do you see any difference from maybe as a freshman or sophomore to today in terms of how reacts to a situation like that?
Oh, I think Megan continues to grow every week, really. She's grown up a lot since she's been here, and she's learned a lot. She's worked so well with our pitching coach, Jen Brundage, and I think she really believes in what Jen has taught her. And you don't have to have your best stuff. If you have to have your best stuff all the time, then you wouldn't pitch probably but 10, 15 games a year. And she believes that she can get it done with what she's got, and if she just gives us her best effort, that's always good enough.